I hope you all are fine. We are on the chapter soil beta. In the last class we have done 4 types of soils: topsoil, subsoil, substratum soil and bedrock. We have done that soil, we have done the activity also regarding that you can see in the link. And next thing what we are doing is, after the soil profile, is type of soils. How many type of soils are there, how they are used, what is the importance of their fertility, that all we are going to cover in this topic. So let's start. Type of soil on the basis of the size of the rock particles. As we all know, from the rock, then there is a weathering process from the rocks. They are converted into small particles, and soil is formed with the process of weathering. So now, on the basis of the size of the rock particles, it is decided that whether the substance is of which type, that means which type of soil it is, or it depends upon the size of the rock. Okay, first type we are going to cover is sandy soil. Second one we are going to cover is clay soil. Third we are going to cover is loamy soil. Now in sandy soil, this soil contains a large amount of sand, that is 70 to 80%, and very small amount of silt and clay particles. So this is the sandy soil. You all are aware with the sandy soil, as I assume that sand soils are well aerated. That means air can be passed through these particles, through this soil. So sand particles are quite large even. They cannot fit closely together. So they are having a large space between. That we have done now. Now it cannot hold much water. That means they are having a large space between them, and they are very porous. So they cannot hold large particles, and water moves rapidly through it and dries it. Light in weight. So sandy soil is light in weight, and it has a tendency to blow away by the wind. Okay. Next point is lack of humus. Yes, it is having a lack of humus, lack of nutrients in it, and lack of fertility also. So it is less fertile also. It is not a good soil for growing the plants and growing the crops. Okay. Next one is sandy soil is not sticky. If it is not sticky, it is not going to bind the particles, and it is not going to help with the plant growth. Okay. Next, it is found in desert. That's why this kind of soil is found in the desert, which is not at all good for the requirements of a plant. So all this about the sandy soil. Next we are going to take the clay soil. Next we are taking clay soil. It contains mainly clay beta. Very little amount of sand and silt is there. So it contains some humus also. Yes, some nutrients are also there. It have little air because the particles are compactly bound. So it allow very less space for the air. It leaves. Then less porous. What does it mean? The clay soil has very small and tightly packed clay particles. Next we are taking clay soil. It contains mainly clay. Very little amount of sand and silt is present. It contains some humus also. Next, clay particles have been very smaller, packed tightly together, leaving little space for air. So clay soil has little air in it. Clay soil has very small and tightly packed clay particles, making it as less porous. Very good water holding capacity. That means clay soil gets waterlogged easily during the rainy season. Clay soil turns very hard on drying. It becomes very hard. Less, it is heavy also because it can hold more water in it. and it is very sticky when it becomes wet. Next we are going to do is loamy soil. Loamy soil. Loamy soil is a very fertile soil builder. It's very good for the planting the trees, planting the crops, even for cultivation, for agriculture. It's a very good soil. So, few points about this loamy soil. It's contains equal amount of sand particles and clay. It contains silt also. So, it is dark brown in color. It is dark brown. It is dark brown in color. It's very fertile. Even it contains a right water holding capacity in it. So loamy soil has adequate air space between these particles, and it holds sufficient amount of air that is needed for the root of the plants due to the presence of sand. Loamy soil contains sufficient amount of humus also. That's why I told you it's very fertile, and it is a very essential nutrition for the growing plants. Next, they can be plugged very easily in the crop field, and they are very good for planting the trees, herbs, shrubs and our crops too. As beta we all know, from the northern plains the rivers are coming in, and all the nutritions they come to bring with the river in these plains, and all the qualities of clay, silt and mixtures of all the nutrients has collected over in the northern plains, which make the soil so much fertile, and that is good for the cultivation of the land. As such, the soil and crops, how they are related, how a soil become very good, it's all depend upon the different soil that was found at the different places. Factors that affect soil profile. What are the factors that are affecting the soil profiles? Climate factors determine the various type of vegetation and crop. So all these climate factors we have discussed earlier also: wind, rainfall, temperature, sunlight, humidity, all these affect the vegetation and crop. As I can say, I'll take the example of a clay soil that is having a very good capacity of holding the water, that is good for the paddy crops, and the loamy soil, which is the very good alluvial soil that is collected from the rains, even the rivers bringing this loamy soil, alluvial soil, that's good for the pulses and lentils. And sandy loamy soil, which is a mixture of both loamy and sandy soil, it is good for the cotton crop because it will not hold so much of water. Then it is good for the cotton crop. So this all we have done with the soil and crops. As we are on the topic soil erosion, what is soil erosion? It is the removal of the top layer of the soil. It is the removal of the top layer of the soil by strong winds, by flowing water. That is called soil erosion. And this process makes the land barren and unfit for the cultivation of the crop. So, why the soil erosion causes? What are the causes of the soil erosion? First major cause is deforestation, beta, as we are cutting the trees, due to which the soil was eroded and the trees are not there to hold that soil. That's why it is totally eroded. Overgrazing of the animals. As overgrazing occurs, the plant will be no more over there, and no one is there to hold the soil in it. Uncultivated land for a long time. What happened when the land was uncultivated for the long time? If it is no use, then no plants will grow over there, and nobody is there to hold that soil even. And the forest fire also destroyed the soil and the land. Even floods flow away the soil from it. Heavy rainfall, due to the heavy rainfall, as the barren land was there, nobody is there, no plant is there to hold that soil, and all of that soil will washed off. due to the heavy rain, floods, they all are responsible for cause of the soil erosion. Yes, better to prevent the soil erosion, so few steps should be done for the prevention. First, proper treatment of the industrial waste should be there. Properly, where should be the industrial waste should be disposed, because if the industrial waste contain more acidic quantity, it all destroy the soil. Of course, proper solid waste disposal should be there, because if it is not proper, again the more acidic and basic quantities will destroy the soil. Fertility. Reducing the use of fertilizers, as if you are using a regular use of acids or acidic fertilizers we are using, definitely they increase the acidic property and they will reduce the fertility again. If we are using the base fertilizers for a regular use, again it will lose the basic property, it will increase the basic property and the fertility will be lost. So we should avoid the fertilizers, and pesticides should be reduced. We should not use pesticides even though they are harmful for the soil. Again, we should plant more trees. Overgrazing should be avoided, and afforestation steps should be there. That means we should plant more trees and grasses, herbs and shrubs. That's all will help to prevent the soil erosion. This all we have done with these few topics. Now read this chapter. Till then, thank you. Have a nice day.